What's up, everyone? Bret Wallace here, your Fort Bend Realtor, coming to you today in outer Fort Bend. We are in Brazos Lakes, okay? So we are kind of in that Richmond rural area, Needville. We're getting closer to Needville, right around Brazos Bend State Park, George Ranch Historical, the historical parks. So there's a lot of cool stuff out here. A little bit of background about Brazos Lakes. It was home to the original Fort Bend, okay? The locals built, here's a little common area playground. I guess this community is gonna be about more, look at the size of the lots. It's gonna be about country living, big lots. Back to a little bit of the history of it. The locals built a huge bend over the river to protect the land and its people from Indian raids. I did not know that. Following this, the Texas Centennial Commission decided to provide Fort Bend a monument to commemorate its participation during the Texas Revolution with the help of Brazos Lakes. So as you can see, there's a foundation being poured over there. So there are still lots available to build on. Here is the lake that they are referencing with a little gazebo and covered area, like a little pavilion with a picnic table. Again, the size of the homes is kind of what drives people out here, and just all the elbow room. There's a lot of room between the home sites here. As far as like community amenities, not going to be a ton. There's no rec center, there's no swimming pool. It's really just about the individual home sites. We're less than 10 miles to the Brazos Bend State Park and the George Observatory, which has a really cool place to go look through telescopes. There's a huge observation point out there that all the kids and field trips and heck, even families want to go out there. And Brazos Bend State Park has just awesome trails for biking, just being out in nature. It's beautiful out there. It's very serene. The builds kind of started, this community started in the late 90s, around 1999 is kind of what I'm tracking for one of the first homes that were built. And obviously, lots are still available. So most properties range from about 1 to 3 acres. There's a lot right here. And some beautiful wooded lots here, mature trees. So the one good thing about a community like this, besides just having super nice lots, is the H.O.A. It's not going to be super restrictive. They're going to be a little flexible on some things, and the dues, the H.O.A. dues, are going to be, relatively speaking, and comparing to other neighborhoods, they're going to be super low compared to a lot of other neighborhoods, because there's just not as much common grounds maintenance. There's not as much going on. I'm sure there's lake maintenance. There's some common ground. There's the entry markers that we saw. But yeah, it's going to be, the HOA dues are going to be pretty low out here in Brazos Lakes. Like I said, still some lots out here. So if you want to build on your own land, this could be a potential place for you to look. There are in 2021, for example, there were only 7 properties sold on the MLS, which is H.A.R. in Houston, Greater Houston. So for those 7 properties, they averaged right under $500,000, which makes sense because the range of homes that I'm tracking here is in the 400s to 600s, right? Obviously less if you're buying a lot, empty lot, it's probably going to be less than that. But the homes are selling between the 4s and the 6s, and I imagine even higher, especially like a home like that we're filming, this stucco home right here. I'd be very surprised if that's, might be high 6s. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the 700s at this point, especially since how the market's been carrying stuff. That's a very modern, newer home. Yeah, so the 7 properties that sold averaged right under $500,000. Right around $145 a square foot, which is pretty good considering how much land you're getting to and how big your lot size is. And the average square footage of the homes were right in the 3,400 square foot range. So a little under 3,500 square feet is average. And the ones I've been seeing, definitely feel bigger than 35. So that must be some of the higher ones. That's different. That's a little different. We're going to slow down for this one. So the HOA is going to be pretty flexible, I guess, with exteriors and elevations. Yeah, that was a little bit different. I don't know if we've seen a log cabin yet, have we? Well, anyway, Guys, that is Brazos Lakes. Again, nice trees, big lots, good location. Austin Point is a community coming up really close by, really soon. Probably going to drive the prices up here way higher. 99 is going to be dropping in really close to here as well. So I think that's a really good point to make. We are zoned to Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, okay? And I talked about HOA, but let's talk real quick about the tax rate. 1.72% is the estimated 2021 tax rate for property taxes. That's about one of the lowest ones you're going to see on this channel. So that's Brazos Lakes, guys. Anyway, if you have any questions, we really appreciate you watching this video. If you have any questions, reach out to me. My cell phone, email, everything's on the website and the YouTube channel. So again, really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.